When I first told my mum I was thinking of becoming a chef, she said, "I don't want you working in some pub." So it became my greatest endeavour to do it and do it really well, which brought me to Claridge's. At Claridge's we can be cooking for up to 1,000 people a day when you take into consideration breakfast, lunch, dinner, afternoon teas, cocktail canapé events and evening banquets.
Claridge's is historically a very old hotel. It's been here for 100 years and hopefully I'm sure will carry on to be there for another 100 years. The sort of people that stay at Claridge's are well travelled. They're very, very A-list, is that the right thing? I think I'd like to say that they're beyond that, and they're people that live in a circle that understand quality, know good food, and they go to all the best restaurants, and part of their lifestyle is to travel the world and eat fantastic food.
When I first found out that you could represent your country as a chef in the same way that you can as a sportsman, I just thought, I want to do that. I want to go to WorldSkills competition.
WorldSkills is a fantastic opportunity for the country to show people in vocational skills. Obviously we're connected with the kitchen, which is then the hospitality, the pastry, the service. And really we can never have enough training, we can never have enough depth, we're never ever going to have good enough people in a way. And I don't mean that in a bad way, I mean that it's never done. You know, it's rather like saying, what's the best meal you've ever eaten? Now we could say that today, but it could change tomorrow. So it's a constant thing of investing in employees, investing in the training managers, investing in the whole event.
I originally set off doing the regional competitions in skill build, then went on to the national and then got selected for the UK team, and then the UK team went out to Japan. It was brilliant. I would do it again tomorrow. I thought it was excellent.
Inevitably the competitors in WorldSkills and also the local competitions as well are the top of the tree as far as skills are concerned. So we are looking at taking the best makers and getting them to join us at Silver Lining.
Well, Silver Lining's been going since 1985. We actually design and make innovative furniture for private houses, yachts throughout the world. We've actually worked on every continent in the world bar Australia. We've exported now to 14 countries.
The right people are very important at Silver Lining from the start all the way through to the experienced makers, because quality is a hallmark of Silver Lining's work, and unless we have the right makers we are unable to concentrate on that quality. We need people who are able to develop into the role as well, and so the right attitude as well as the craftsmanship is very important too, and so a combination of both creates the perfect Silver Lining employee.
If I hadn't competed, everything would have been the same from day to day. Everything would have just carried on. I wouldn't have been in the position I am now. What the competition did is sped my career up, and things that are happening now definitely wouldn't have happened before.
I started working here at Elizabeth's Florist when I was about 15. I started as a Saturday girl, mopping the floors, sweeping up and watching the other girls, giving them a hand. I was very impressed by the work that was done here. When I returned from Japan from the WorldSkills competition, basically my career came to life. Came back to the shop, I was full of knowledge, offering all sorts of information to the customers, brand new designs from all over the world, what I'd learned from other competitors. So we brought in European design into the shop and very modern and contemporary styles, as well as keeping the traditional. We still had all those many more things to offer, and that's when I become, you know, more of a confident florist, and I'd found my own style, my own way of selling and working really. Eventually my bosses retired. I was then in the position to take over the shop. I think that maybe if I hadn't have done WorldSkills, I wouldn't have been as confident and as happy to take over a business. UK Skills is great from my perspective. When I let my florist go out and train for the competitions, in return they receive a huge amount of training and knowledge and skills they bring back to the shop, which I couldn't basically afford to do. The kind of training from England, Japan, Holland, all over the world, and they bring back some fantastic knowledge for the shop, and we just possibly couldn't afford to do it ourselves.
I'm a goldsmith and diamond mounter. I studied for a year in Whitechapel College in East London. I then went on to serve an apprenticeship with David Law's Jewellery in Hatton Garden. I worked for David for approximately 4 years before I was entered into the fine jewellery competition for the UK, which I won first prize. I was very pleased about, and got the opportunity to represent the UK in South Korea. My employer's support was absolute paramount. He was unbelievably supportive. He allowed me to have so much time off work, of which he continued to pay me my full wage. He allowed me to go on the weekends away that needed to be done, all sorts of training. His support was invaluable to my success within WorldSkills. It gave me the confidence to know that my work was of the standard to compete. That gave me an incredible push, incredible buzz to know that people believed in my work. That led me on to have the confidence to approach more and more customers, and it's always remained that way.
Without competing at WorldSkills, I wouldn't have had the insight into many different cookery techniques, different chefs, different kitchens. It's given me the chance to see around the world, and I might not still be at Claridge's working as I am today if I hadn't had that opportunity.
Anybody who's thinking of entering a competition, or any employees or employers, please find out about it. It's just amazing, and really it's something that you don't want to miss.
Give it a whirl. What have you got to lose? I mean, it's done worlds for me, so yeah, definitely do it.